Hi guys, I didn't realize I was gone for 1 month. I'm really sorry about that. But in this video, I'll be doing the Q&A with the questions you guys asked. I apologize in advance if I mispronounce your name, but you can always correct me. So let's get started. Risakuya asked, I really like your cheap colored pencils tutorial you uploaded 4 years ago. That video helped me a lot. Do you still draw with colored pencils? First off, thank you so much for liking the tutorial, and yes, I still use colored pencils, but not too often because it's hard on my wrists in comparison to paintbrushes. I usually use colored pencils in my sketchbook mostly now. I would love to get my hands on Prismacolor's Faber-Castells or Derwent, which I have one in black and it's amazing. The Derwent Color Soft series slides on paper like butter. Arlen Williams asked, do you prefer traditional to digital or digital to traditional? Hopefully I'm interpreting this question correctly, but well, I like both. I like digital for how forgiving it is of mistakes and you can easily correct them, while for traditional, if you ink in a wrong line, it's much harder to fix. And I don't know if you guys experience this, but when I draw, I get into this zone where I basically drown out any background noise from being super focused on the task. And you're supposed to allow your eyes to take breaks from the computer, right? Yeah, I usually forget to do that when I draw digitally. So because I care about my eyesight, I will choose traditional. But if you're asking whether I like to start digitally and then work on a piece traditionally or vice versa, I prefer digital to traditional because it's easier to flip an image digitally for my sketch to see if the proportions are correct and fix anything that needs fixing before I transfer that and draw it traditionally. Morbid Skio, how did you get your art style? Do I even have one art style? I think I have too many. The thing is, I'm not currently focused on developing an art style nowadays like I did back a lot in the past. I currently just want to learn the fundamentals of art or just back to the basics. I'm not too worried about my art style right now because I think with a strong grasp of the art fundamentals, you can just play around with it and eventually create your own art style that way. But if you're really keen on developing your art style right now, my suggestion is that you can critically analyze your favorite artists or art pieces and determine what aspect do you like about them, such as is it the way they draw their expressions, their poses, how they choose their colors, etc. Next question asks, who are your favorite artists that inspire you the most? By the way, I love your art. I hope you can answer my questions. Thank you very much. I don't really have many specific artists that inspire me. I just like lots of different pieces from different artists on Twitter and just draw inspiration from that. If I had to choose one, JC Leyendecker, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, it's really good, and I have a bunch of BL mangakas that are some of my favorites. And the last question they asked is, how old are you? I just turned 20 this year, born in 1997. Dark Sky Luna asked, what are your preferred materials to use for art? Love your artwork, by the way. Thank you so much. Watercolors is probably no surprise. I prefer to use something that is easier to control when coloring though, like colored pencils. I do really want to get my hands on some really good markers though. The next question comes from Shira Suyu. How did you get into BTS and what's your favorite song? I think the first music video I saw was I Need You, and this was before I knew who BTS was, but I wasn't really paying any attention to the video, so I didn't get into them. But fast forward some few months and the music video for Dope was out and was recommended on my sidebar, which was when I actually got into them. The insane choreo and Jimin's red hair plus glasses combo convinced me to get into BTS. If I was to recommend a music video to a person who's looking into getting into BTS, it would probably be Dope. And as for my favorite song by them, I can't really choose one favorite song. If I could choose a handful, it would be Let Me Know and the entire HYYH series. This question comes from Ha Jian Dian, and they asked, what's your favorite anime? It's been so long since I watched any anime. I think the last one I watched was Yuri on Ice, and for a skating anime, the animation sequences for the skating was questionable. The BL movie Classmates was very good. It stayed true to the manga, which I really liked and was very cute. I haven't gotten the chance to watch Your Name or A Silent Voice yet, but I heard they're great, and I have read the manga for A Silent Voice, which was very good and would definitely recommend to you guys. I was planning on capping this at 3 minutes, so I will stop right here. Thank you all who have submitted questions. It's been really fun answering them. And I know I took the video down, but if you guys want to ask something, head over to my Tumblr, which you have the option of asking there. This has been super fun, so thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!